Welcome back to today's Explainer. So you open up an AI tool, you ask it a question, and boom, the answer just appears in seconds. It honestly feels like magic, right? Completely weightless and invisible. But today, we're doing a deep dive into the massive, hidden physical infrastructure that actually makes that magic possible. Okay, let's dive right into this. On your end, the user experience is fast, it's light, and it's basically invisible. Just software floating around somewhere in the cloud. But the reality behind that screen, it's heavy, it's industrial, and it is very, very physical. You know, the smoother the user experience gets, the easier it is for us to just completely ignore the massive industrial machinery powering the whole thing. To really wrap our heads around this, we have to look at the entire picture. AI isn't just a clever piece of code. It is a full-stack infrastructure load. We're talking about sprawling data centers, massive GPU clusters, and incredibly complex cooling systems. And every single piece of that stack demands a continuous, massive supply of power. To put it into perspective, a single large AI data center can easily draw as much electricity as an entire small city.
And the reason it needs that much power, it comes down to one word: trillions. When an AI model processes text or video, it doesn't actually understand them the way you or I do. It processes them mathematically. Modern models require literally trillions of calculations just during their training phase alone. The model is constantly adjusting its internal parameters over and over to get better. That mathematical workload is absolutely enormous, and it sets the stage for why specialized hardware is so fundamentally essential.
And that brings us to the hardware engine itself. For decades, the classic CPU was the star of the show. Super flexible, but sequential, meaning it handles tasks one right after the other. But graphics processing units, or GPUs, they are specifically optimized to handle a ton of calculations simultaneously. This parallel computation is exactly the kind of horsepower neural networks need to crunch through those trillions of calculations. Because of this, companies are building larger and larger GPU clusters. And as those physical clusters grow, the baseline electricity demand, well, it skyrockets right alongside them. So, let's take a look at the two distinct phases of AI demand. Phase 1 is training. This is the heavy lifting phase where the model is actually being built or upgraded by crunching through enormous datasets. It is insanely energy intensive. A major training run isn't a quick afternoon task. It can last for days, sometimes even weeks. And during that whole time, a massive cluster of GPUs is operating continuously at extremely high utilization. Think of it as creating this concentrated, massive burst of electrical demand on the grid, a highly intense draw of power just to teach the AI what it needs to know. Which builds right into the second phase: inference. Inference is what happens when everyday people actually use that trained model. You ask a chatbot a question, or a company generates a quick summary. Now, individually, each request seems tiny, but at scale, when you have millions of users interacting with these systems every single day, inference turns into a constant, persistent infrastructure burden. While training gives us those massive localized bursts of demand, inference creates an unrelenting, continuous demand. Together, they turn AI into a true industrial-scale computing beast. Now here's where we hit the vicious cycle of physics. This is the relentless energy loop that modern data centers are currently trapped in. Step 1, more compute requires more power. Step 2, all that massive power generates an incredible amount of heat. Step 3, high-performance hardware will literally melt if it gets too hot, so that heat requires continuous heavy-duty cooling. And finally, step 4, running those cooling systems requires even more power. This continuous repeating loop is the exact reason why AI infrastructure scales so aggressively when it comes to its energy footprint. Now, engineers are fighting this heat as best they can. Traditional air cooling just isn't cutting it for the highest density rocks anymore, making advanced liquid cooling absolutely crucial because it removes heat way more efficiently. But here's the catch: better thermal control doesn't eliminate the core energy constraint, it just manages the heat better. The data center as a whole still fundamentally relies on tapping into massive large-scale electricity from the grid to run both the compute and those advanced cooling systems. And because of this massive grid reliance, you can't just put an AI facility anywhere. They have to be concentrated in very specific locations where there is robust electricity, available land, strong connectivity, and the right environment to support complex cooling. Ultimately, the geography of AI follows the geography of infrastructure, and infrastructure begins with power. Regions that have abundant, stable electricity are the strategic winners here. Energy isn't just a background utility anymore. It is a competitive variable and a very strict constraint. So, what is the turning point? Escaping the cycle through efficiency.
This brings us to a really vital pivot: efficiency through better design. It creates this fantastic domino effect. If a chipmaker designs a more efficient semiconductor, it takes less power per calculation. Because it draws less power, it generates less heat. And here is where it really scales up. Lower heat directly shrinks the massive downstream cooling energy burden of the entire facility. The same logic applies to software. A smarter model architecture reduces wasted computation. So, chip design and model design directly improve the overall efficiency of the whole facility. The ultimate winners of the AI era might actually not be the ones with the biggest models, but the ones with the most efficient physical systems.
There's a quote from our source material that really hits the nail on the head. AI is still digital in function, but industrial in infrastructure. It is such a powerful realization. We literally can no longer afford to think of AI as just lightweight software floating ethereally in the cloud. It requires land, massive capital investment, complex supply chains, operations teams, and immense electrical capacity. The user only sees the clean digital answer, but the industrial infrastructure pays the actual physical cost.
Which leads us directly to the infrastructure collision. Here is the fundamental mismatch. Software scales incredibly quickly. You can deploy code instantly, promising immediate new capabilities to users globally. But the physical industrial reality, that scales slowly. You simply cannot build a power plant or expand a massive utility grid overnight. Data centers are facing permitting delays, slow utility timelines, and real supply chain friction. AI wants to sprint at software speed, but if enough power cannot be generated, transmitted, and cooled, AI growth is going to hit a very hard physical wall. So as AI weaves itself deeper into the broader economy, its massive energy footprint becomes our everyday reality. We really need to stop just asking, what can AI do? And start asking, what does AI require? Because the massive industrial scale physical footprint needed to sustain these models is absolutely going to dictate the entire next phase of the technology revolution. Keep that in mind, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.